Hi guys, Joey here from the Quirky Cook, and tonight in celebration of October and Halloween, we're making a skeleton pie, which is actually lamb surrounded by stuffing. And it's gonna look like a graveyard with the ribs coming out. It's gonna be delicious. And first of all, we're gonna start by putting our lamb into the oven for about an hour and a half to let it cook slowly. So we've put some canola oil in the bottom of the pan to start with, and we've preset our oven at 350. And I'm gonna put the timer on. And I'm doing that for an hour and a half. Almost there, and bam. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw this in. And we're gonna leave the lid off. All right. And then we'll start working on our stuffing momentarily. This is such a fun dish, and I love Halloween. So we're gonna get our dressing ready to go around the skeleton. And I'm just gonna throw a little bit of butter in with some of my canola oil. And we're gonna saute our onions, shallots, our celery, and then we're gonna throw the garlic in to start with. So I'm gonna let this heat up just a little bit. And we'll throw my onions in here and get this started. The rest of that in there, like so. While my root vegetables are cooking, I'm going to take half this loaf of bread that's sitting here. We're going to block that up. That's what I'm going to use for the dressing. And we got us a nice sourdough. Set it to the side. All right, let's check our progress on the onions here. All right, those are sauteing nicely. Perfect. So the onions are cooking nicely, so I'm gonna turn this down just a bit. I don't want to cook too fast, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw the shallots in. And you know, it's basically part of the same thing. So we're gonna let those cook. I'm gonna cut up my celery and I'm gonna get that thrown in, and then we'll throw the garlic in. All right, that's good. Just chopping the celery up here. And you just want them in little cubes, so to speak, to go into the dressing. But throwing them in here to saute is going to soften them up quite a bit. All right, just like so. They're good like this too. I love celery. That onion and shallot are coming along nicely. Beautiful. Celery is really good. We're gonna throw that in. And we're gonna throw our garlic in as well. It already smells magnificent. I can't wait for this dish. We'll stir this in. Mix your celery right in with your shallots and onion, like so. And then take your garlic. I'm just gonna spoon that in from my cup here. Keeps the vampires away, you know. Okay, so we're gonna makeshift cube our bread. We're just pulling it apart like so. Just like like that. If you want to come over here, we'll show them what it's looking like. Just pull it apart. Make little pieces out of it, make little crumbs like you're feeding a bird. Tweet, tweet. So I've got my bread ready for the graveyard around the skeleton. And we're gonna check on our sauteing veggies here. They're looking good. Now we're gonna add a little bit of chestnut. These are ready to eat already. We're gonna throw these in here, and that'll add a really nice flavor to our mixture. Chestnuts are a very seasonal item to add to your Oktoberfest, if you will. Very healthy. And you can carry that on into November when Thanksgiving comes around. All right. I'll let that cook down a little bit. And we're gonna throw some lemon zest in here too. I've already done a little bit of it. Throw that right on top. I'm just gonna do a little bit more of this. There we go. All right. A little bit more here. Oh, that aroma is amazing. I love the smell of lemon anyway. Man, so much effervescence to the dish. I'll just kind of stir that in. All right, we're just giving this a little bit of a shake here. Doesn't that look great? Man. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off and let this set while we're getting the rest of our stuffing mixture together, okay? All right, so to our bread, we're gonna add our herbes de Provence, and I'm gonna add some cracked salt and pepper to that. Just give it a few twists, and the same with your pepper. I love these little pepper grinders. All right, voila. Okay, I'm gonna crack the eggs and put them in a different bowl just to get them ready. Good, put these shells. Okay, we're gonna set that to the side. And I'm gonna take my sauteed vegetables and we're gonna add that right in here, like so. Smells wonderful. Okay, let's put this back over here. And we're just gonna blend this in with the bread and the herbs. It makes me ready for Thanksgiving. Amazing. Now we're gonna add some liquids to the dry ingredients in here. Okay, so we're gonna throw our eggs in. We have 3. And we're adding about a 1/4 cup of milk to that too, to add a little bit of liquid. And we cut up some parsley to go into, which is always nice. Some nice greenery to it. And you just want to kind of blend that in, like so. And the milk and the egg, it's all going to cook together to form our graveyard of skeletons. nice thick consistency. It has a lot of moisture to it. All right, let's check on our rib cage in here. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. And the reason you cook it for a few hours, you want it to be nice and tender. That way when they slide out of the gravy, it's a nice, succulent rib. Okay, we're gonna take some cling wrap, wrap it around our bowl here. And then we're gonna put this in the fridge until our ribs have cooked a little bit. And then we'll throw it in with the ribs. And then we'll finish up our skeleton pie. All right. To make it interesting, I'm cutting up some potatoes, and those are gonna act as tombstones in my dressing. So it'll be nice and spooky. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna throw this in the water, like so. And these are gonna act as tombstones on the graveyard of stuffing. And we're just soaking them in some water until we're ready to put them in the dressing and put them in the oven. We're gonna take this cab that we have and we're gonna reduce it a little bit. We're gonna make like a bloody topping to go on the dressing, just for effect. All right, let that go. And you know what? If I have it out, we're gonna have a glass. Salud. So my timer's gone off, so I'm gonna pull this lamb out and take a look at it. Oh well. Whew. All right. Ah, that's coming along nicely. You know, to make my wine reduction sauce, I'm going to use a little bit of this on the lamb here. All right, there we go. Okay. Now we've got to finish up our stuffing and put the lamb back in for a little while. I'm going to turn the heat up to 450 for the rest of the baking time. There we go. So we're going to get our stuffing out of the fridge. Put it right over here. And we are going to spoon it into the pan around our rib. Let's take the cover off of this. And our wine reduction is coming along nicely. Thickening up some. Okay. All right, we're gonna throw some butter in with this and just a touch of olive oil. Give that a stir. Okay, let that continue cooking, and we are going to put our stuffing in the pan. Yeah, hopefully I won't drop any of this, but I'm gonna pan it in here. slowly. It's nice and thick. I do like that. The color looks great too. Skeleton graveyard's looking fantastic. Okay, let's put some more in here. And let's see, let's put a little bit more around this side. We're gonna take our gravestones and put them into the cemetery. Like that. And you just want to place them in odds and end places. It's an old graveyard, you know. All the spooky ghosts and goblins. All of the undead are in here. We'll just do a couple more of these and one right here. There we go, my friends. We want to gently slide off the rope, holding the ribs down. Alright, like so. Yep. We're going to open this up, just like this, and we're going to put some more dressing down the middle. Because as we all know, this body's been here for years. So, and I'm going to take the remaining and just sprinkle it around the outside. We'll put a few more gravestones in here, and we're going to take our seasoning mix and sprinkle them all over the headstones, and looks like old dirt's been covering them for years. And it has a nice flavor for the worms, you know. There we go. It's going to be very flavorful. Voila, we are done with that, and we're going to throw this right back in the oven for an hour and 10 minutes more. Go. All right, I'll be back with you when it's done. All right, our timer's going off. So we're gonna pull out our skeleton pie, see how it looks. Beautiful. That is perfect. And then we have our wine reduction sauce. We're going to drizzle. So happy with how this came out. It really does look like a skeleton in a graveyard with some tombstones around it. And I'm very, happy with this. And the other thing I'm very happy about are these cute little plates that we got to put our skeleton pie on. You know, because it's autumn and everyone loves gourds and pumpkins, especially the goblins. We are going to present our food on these plates. Really tender. Okay, get my tombstone up here. There we go. Yeah, that's great. Okay, we're gonna just drizzle a little bit of the blood around the graveyard. Just a bit on the tombstone and the ribs. Dripping blood. This, my friend, is our skeleton pie in the graveyard. There's a lot left over. We're gonna have this for dinner tomorrow too. It's gonna be a wonderful Halloween. For now, I'm Joey the Quarantine Cook. We'll see you next time.